Hello and welcome to CoreTV News at 7. I am Frank Omalape, and here are some of the reports we're filing now. The anxiety over INEC decision on the 2015 election date continues as a meeting between the Commission and all relevant stakeholders is still ongoing. We join now our correspondent Basi Aye online from INEC headquarters in Abuja. Hello, Basi.
Hello, Frank.
Hello, Basi. Yeah, what is the latest development concerning the meeting at the moment?
We've not actually had any news from the inside as of yet. And the journalists are saying
Yeah, hello. Go ahead and give us the latest development.
The latest development is that journalists have been waiting all morning, all day, and we are still waiting for news from the inside. Just a few moments back, we had information filtered in that the INEC chairman will be out in a moment, but as of this moment, he's still inside. So we are waiting to know if the speculations making the rounds are actually true.
Okay. I'm aware that the meeting is supposed to kick off or is ongoing now. What is the atmosphere at the INEC headquarters at the moment? Has it started or it has not?
The meeting has been on since morning.
Okay.
It has been on all day and it's still ongoing. And of course, there's a lot of security everywhere. And at the beginning of the meeting, in the morning, there were protesters at the headquarters gate, all protesting a shift in the day. But as of yet, the meeting is still ongoing.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much, Basi, for giving us the latest development there. But just keep your eyes on the ground, and in case if there's any information, you let us know in due time. Away from that now, the National Association of Nigerian Student NANS has promised to stage a protest if the 2015 election dates are postponed. Speaking at a media briefing in Lagos, the Vice President External Affairs of the student body, Ogunkwade Oluwatosi, says they are totally opposed to the postponement of the elections. The association welcomed the decision of the federal government that schools across the country should not be closed during the elections and advised that lectures should not hold in order for students to fully participate in the process.
As much as we align with the federal government directive not to close our tertiary institutions, but the movement of students should not be restricted and no lectures should hold, because we have observed that some students did not register on campuses, rather in areas where they reside permanently. So, such students should be allowed to leave the campuses to exercise their voting franchise where they have registered. We are also using this medium to advise any person or group of persons working clandestinely for the postponement of the elections to desist from such actions, as any attempt to shift the dates February 14th and 28th February 2015 for general election will meet with stiff resistance through political and mass actions by our students all across the country.
The Presidency has denied putting pressure on the Independent National Electoral Commission to postpone next week's election. It also maintains that INEC Chairman Atahiru Jagat said it did not insist during the Council of State meeting that the election must hold this month. Senior Special Assistant to the President on Public Affairs, Donio Cooper, said at a news conference in Abuja that there are indications that the Commission is not fully ready. He also argued his principal is only concerned about INEC's state of preparedness and the danger posed by the war on insurgency in some parts of the country.
No time during the entire 7-hour meeting, which I was privileged to attend, the INEC chairman, Professor Atahiru Jagat, insist that the elections must hold on February 14th and 28th, as published by some electronic and print media today. It did not happen. There was no time that the INEC chairman insisted that the election must be on the 14th and 28th of February. It did not happen. For the avoidance of doubt, Nigerians are hereby assured and reassured with all sense of duty and responsibility that there has never been and never shall be any plan to cancel the 2015 elections for any reason under the act whatsoever. It will not happen. And the May 29th date for the swearing in of the winner of the 2015 election remains sacrosanct. The consideration behind the possibility of change of date is to allow those who may be disenfranchised from voting on the 14th of February to have a window of opportunity to exercise their lawful rights to vote and participate in these elections.
The All Progressive Congress has dismissed the security alert and female suicide bombers disguised as voters as a case of scaremongering. The party national spokesman, Lai Mohammed, said in a statement that it was meant to scare voters away from the polling booth during the forthcoming general elections. APC argued that the alert cannot be taken seriously because it came from a government official who is also serving on the campaign committee of President Goodluck Jonathan. The party also noted that security agencies should be engaged in beefing up security around all the 11 presidential candidates contesting next week's election. This, it added, is in order to stop a situation where elections could be shifted if anything happens to any of the candidates. Presidential spokesman Ruben Abadi has criticized the endorsement of Muhammadu Buhari by the economists of London, saying President Goodluck Jonathan is banking on the patriotic Nigerians and not foreign opinion writers to re-elect him. He condemned what he called the newspaper's baseless jaundice and rather malicious vilification of Jonathan. The highly respected British weekly newspaper had, in an editorial, said it was endorsing the candidate of the All Progressive Congress with a heavy heart, saying a former dictator is better than a failed president. In his statement issued on Friday, Abadi said that many Nigerians and other readers of the usually obeyed, thoughtful and well-reasoned editorial opinions of the economist will be shocked that he has taken the very ill-considered decision to throw his weight behind Buhari. He described the APC presidential candidate as a former military dictator who curtailed freedom of speech, ordered kidnapping of opponents and jailing of journalists, among others. The police in Kwara State has arrested a truck conveying ammunition at Kosubosu, a border town in Barutan local government area of the state. The vehicle, with number plate Lagos XU 110 BDG, was believed to be coming from Burkina Faso and on its way to Ibadan. Police operatives of the Kosubosu Divisional Police Headquarters arrested the driver with another occupant of the vehicle. A police source told Nance on Saturday that the ammunition, which comprised several cartons of cartridges, were hidden in the truck. Commissioner of Police in the state, Salih Ugaraba, confirmed the incident. The police public relations officer, Ajay Okonslami, said the police were carrying out further investigation into the matter. Meanwhile, the chairman of the council, Mala Mohammed Omar Bio, described the incident as sad, especially at the time that elections were approaching. A former central bank governor, Lamido Sanusi, has been formally crowned as the 14th Emir of Kano. The coronation of Sanusi, who is now known as Mohammed Sanusi II, was witnessed by dignitaries including two former head of state, Yakubu Gowon and Muhammad Buhari. It was also presented with staff of office by kingmakers of the Kano Emirate. Speaking at the event, Governor Rabiu Kwankwaso described the Emir as an epitome of humility and honesty.
To preserve and consolidate our cultural heritage that has been in existence since 99 AD. Your Excellencies, Your Royal Highnesses, members members of the diplomatic committee, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me commend Dr. Abadi, who spent 51 years on the throne and had undoubtedly contributed immensely to the rapid industrial and social transformation of Kano in many ways. Our late Emir also provided leadership traits which added to the prestige and respect of the Emirates, and also maintained the influence and relevance of the Emirates in the life and the hearts of the people of Kano. He was an Emir who was widely recognized as a true patriot and a man of great humility and justice. I therefore pray that Allah forgive and have mercy on his soul, and may Allah grant him the life in those as his blessed finally abode for the services he rendered to the people.
You're watching the CoreTV News at 7. We'll take a break shortly. We'll be back with more stories after this time out. Stay with us.
The gubernatorial election is here again. The Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, NIPR, Lagos State Chapter presents LagosDecides 2015. This is a platform designed to give equal opportunity to all the candidates vying for the post of governor in Lagos State. All candidates are hereby invited to present their respective manifestos to a select audience comprising of PR practitioners, media, and other prominent professionals. LagosDecides 2015 comes up on Wednesday, 11th February 2015. Time, 11 a.m. Venue, LCCI Event Center, CBD, Alausa Ikeja. Admission is strictly by invitation. For sponsorship details and advert placement, call Joe on 0802 3924 913 or Jola on 0802 366 3429. Proudly supported by MITV, Star FM, 101.5, Galaxy Television, CoreTV, Cool TV, Wazobia TV, Nigeria Info, and Frontiers Consulting. The debate will be broadcast and streamed live. NIPR, deepening democratic values.
If you're just joining us, this is CoreTV News at 7. For more information on our news and other programs, like our Facebook page is facebook.com/CoreTV News. You can as well follow us at CoreTV News NG. And our YouTube page is www.youtube.com/CoreTV. There is space, the news. The Osun State Governorship Election Petition Tribunal has upheld the re-election of Rauf Aregbesola as governor of the state. The Elizabeth Ikpejime-led tribunal in a 7-hour judgment knocked out the evidences of the petitioner Inyola Omishore as not enough to either declare the petitioner the winner or declare a rerun. Our correspondent Rashid tells us more.
With respect to the governorship election conducted in the state, quite clearly the first respondent won the majority of the local votes cast in scoring 394,684 votes as against the first petitioner's 292,747 votes, and having satisfied all constitutional requirements, we hereby affirm the declaration and return of the first respondent by the third respondent as the duly elected governor of Osun State.
That puts to end the 6-month-long apprehension and tension that have gripped Osun State over the expected outcome of the election petition in which the candidate of the PDP, Inyola Omishore, challenged the victory of the APC candidate, Rauf Aregbesola. The first indication that the judgment was tilting in favor of the APC emerged when the Elizabeth Ikpejime-led tribunal struck out the oral evidences filed by the PDP and knocked out allegation of irregularities in 17 local government areas of the state.
Consequently, we hereby refuse all the relief sought in the petition, and the petition therefore fails, and it will be, and it is hereby dismissed.
Expectedly, As the APC jubilates, the PDP kicks and vows to take the matter to the appeal court.
Petition is dismissed and buried. We thank God that we have come this far for the past 6 months. We have been here to prove our case. And thank God that the judges of the tribunal, they found no merit in all the three grounds. How can about 900 people register in a particular polling unit and say all of them voted at that polling unit within the space of time allocated for the purpose of the conduct of the election? The way they have delivered their judgment this afternoon, but certainly we are moving forward both administratively and legally. What I mean by administratively is compilation of records of appeal in respect of this matter, filing our notice of appeal within time, and stating therein the grounds upon which we are actually disagreeing with the judgment as delivered. Not bothered about their fact that they are going to appeal. We are ready for them and we'll meet them at the Court of Appeal.
The affirmation of Aregbesola as the re-elected governor of the state by the tribunal quickly spreads around town, causing wild jubilation among his supporters.
As the 2015 February polls draw near, political parties have continued to drum support for their candidate. The Kuru Trailblazers, a support group in the APC, organized a walk for health in aid of the party's governorship candidate in Lagos, Abadi. Our correspondent Emmanuel Ajay has more in this report presented from our studios.
Filled with excitement and galore, these members of APC Kuru Trailblazers trooped out in a large number to work for health ahead the 2015 elections. Speaking on the roadshow, former Commissioner for Rural Development in the state and coordinator of the group, Larry Balogun, and one of the group's female leaders, Folashade Oba, say it is organized as a fitness rally for the electorate ahead the forthcoming elections.
Kurudu, as a constituent, as a division, we have made a pledge that we are going to vote for APC en masse come February 14th, 2015 and come 28th of February 2015.
We want everybody to go all out and vote en masse. Don't be discouraged. Please vote for Buhari or Sibajo. For us here in East, our candidate is Ashafa and the rep, Jimmy Benson. But anywhere that we are, any part of Lagos, our candidates, the All Progressive Congress candidate, is the best.
For his part, a candidate of the party in the forthcoming House of Reps election, Jimmy Benson enjoyed the electorate to collect their permanent voter cards and vote for the right candidates.
We have a unique opportunity in APC at the moment in this area. I call it the power of B. If you notice, our presidential candidate, Buhari, has B in his name as well. Our senatorial candidate, Barry Ashafa, has a B. Baba Jimmy Benson has a B. SOB has a B. Ambode has a B. I call it the power of B. And that power of B in this dispensation is determined to change the face of this division, particularly Ikorodu. So I assure you that those youths, employment will be generated, employment will be created, and they shall always have a sense of belonging.
These members of the group welcomed the position of INEC on the election date and enjoined the electorate to shun violence.
We don't have to fight. The only fight you can do is with your thumbprint. Go there and thumbprint for the right party. It's not about right giving. If they give you rice, if they give you bread, they are only damaging the future of your children.
We need what we call mobilization or empowerment. We want them to be empowered. And we look out for Ambode as our governor-elect, say Buhari as our president.
The group went round major areas of Ikorodu town in effort to gather more support for Ambode ahead the governorship poll.
Chad has formally committed to deploying over 2,000 troops to join Nigeria's counterinsurgency effort in the northeast in the region. This was the highlight of a memorandum of understanding signed by the Chadian Chief of Defense Staff Ibrahim Mohammed and his Nigerian counterpart Alex Bade at the defense headquarters in Abuja. Details of the agreement were not disclosed, but Bade told journalists after a closed-door meeting with the Chadian team that both countries are committed to ending the Boko Haram menace.
Chadian forces are on Nigerian territory. They are mostly at the border now of Fotokol and Gomborungala. On the basis of the bilateral agreement we signed with them, we have been working together since, and they came in now to come and clear some gray areas. That's what we have done, and we have just made an addendum to the MOU that we signed on the 18th of January. No, Chad is bringing a force of about 2,000, 2,500. Nigeria is taking all our forces, but specifically to work with the Chadian forces, we have 5,000 to work with those Chadian forces.
You're watching the CoreTV News at 7. We'll take another break now. Be back shortly. Join us again.
Election is here again. The Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, NIPR, Lagos State Chapter presents LagosDecides 2015. This is a platform designed to give equal opportunity to all the candidates vying for the post of governor in Lagos State. All candidates are hereby invited to present their respective manifestos to its select audience comprising of PR practitioners, media, and other prominent professionals. LagosDecides 2015 comes up on Wednesday, 11th February 2015. Time, 11 a.m. Venue, LCCI Event Center, CBD, Alausa Ikeja. Admission is strictly by invitation. For sponsorship details and advert placement, call Joe on 0802 3924 913 or Jola on 0802 366 3429. Proudly supported by MITV, Star FM, 101.5, Galaxy Television, CoreTV, Cool TV, Wazobia TV, Nigeria Info, and Frontiers Consulting. The debate will be broadcast and streamed live. NIPR, deepening democratic values.
Outside Nigeria, the leaders of Malaysia and Indonesia on Friday pledged renewed efforts to resolve stubborn disputes over maritime borders that have long nagged at one of Southeast Asia's most important bilateral relationships. Malaysian Prime Minister Najib Razak and visiting Indonesian President Joko Widodo reviewed the plans in a joint press briefing after talks earlier in the day. The tension has centered on competing claims to potentially energy-rich seabeds in the Celebes Sea off the eastern coast of the vast island of Borneo, which the two nations share along with tiny Brunei. They also have disputed maritime borders in other spots, and Indonesia has lately sought to crack down on the illegal fishing in its waters, using explosives to destroy and sink a number of foreign vessels caught in the act, including from Malaysia. Joko is today stay in his first official bilateral trip abroad since taking off his late last year, and the choice of Malaysia appear to underline the mutually held importance of steady relations between two countries that sprawl across vital Southeast Asia sea lanes. Well, and that's a wrap on CoreTV News at 7. Many thanks for watching. I am Frank Omalape. Good evening.